Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is picture story. I will tell you how can you write a good story, what steps you have to follow, which things you have to focus on, and what should be the construction or the sequences of events in our story writing. Additionally, I will tell you how can you upgrade your sentence making. So are you ready? Let's start our lesson of the day. This is the picture that I have given you in homework. Okay students, first of all, whenever you are going to write a story by looking at the picture, you have to look at the picture carefully. Observe everything keenly. Like there is a man and a lady. That must be his wife, because they both look of the same age. Then, on the table, there is a goose and a golden egg. There is a plate on the table that is empty and a very little things to eat. Around them you can see that there is no furniture. It's a small and almost you can say a vacant room. So, what did you understand by the picture? The people who are in the picture you can see they are poor, as there is as there are not many things around them. You can see just a table in the room and an empty plate and only few little things to eat. So it shows that they are poor. Students, you have to see in the picture, what is the special thing? Yes, a golden egg, exactly, and a goose. So it is their lucky charm, right? While choosing first of all, we have to choose the characters. This is a man and a lady. That man can be a woodman, or you can say that the character is a farmer, or that can be any person that you like. Fine. So I have considered them that he is a woodman and a woman. What's the setting? Obviously, if he is a woodcutter, he would live somewhere nearby a forest. If he is a farmer, he would live nearby a field or in a village. What is the main point in the story that you have to write? Yes, about the special thing, about the lucky charm, the main event. That is, they found a goose that laid golden eggs. In this event, you have to cover up 3 questions. Where did they find it? What did they do with it? And the third one is, how did they end up with it? So, what do you think where the woodcutter would have found the goose? Yes, if he is a woodcutter, he works in a forest, he may find it in the forest. So, the woodcutter found the golden goose in a forest. What did they do with it? Yes, the golden goose, he laid golden eggs. Obviously, they sold the eggs in the market and they became rich. You can explain it in your words. Like, how did they become rich? What did they buy? How did they change their living style? All the things that you, in the way that you want to add in the story. The third thing, how did they end up with it? Yes, obviously, if there is a thing, if there is a charm, how it started, how it worked, and how did it end up? So, there can be 2 ways. The goose can die itself. And the other one is the man cut the goose. So I have selected here the man cut the goose. Why? Because he wanted to get all the gold metal once in one chance and he wanted to become rich quickly. What happened in the end? It was his greed that he wanted to get all the things just at once? Yes, it was his greed. So, in the end, what did you get from the story? Or you have to drive a moral lesson for the readers. They lost the goose or the lucky charm because of their greed. Yes. So, your story should end up with a lesson. It should give a lesson to its reader. Alright? Alright, students, now I hope that you would have understood everything, how you have to construct up the story. Alright, additionally, I am going to tell you about how can you upgrade your sentence writing. Here you can see a sentence with normally we start our story writing. Once upon a time, there was a man. I have modified this sentence as once upon a time, there was an old and poor woodcutter. Once upon a time is the adverb of time. There was an old and poor woodcutter. I have specified the man as a woodcutter and I have added here two adjectives, old and poor. So this is how you can upgrade it by specifying the things, by adding adjectives and adverbs. One important thing, you must have to take into account that what articles you are using with your nouns. Here it's a man. And when you are adding adjectives with it, O is a vowel sound, so it will be an here. An old and poor woodcutter. Right? So, the same way I have selected another sentence. As most of you write, he lived in a cottage. I have replaced it with an upgraded sentence that is, he lived in a cottage. With a cottage, I have added here an adjective, a small cottage. A phrase, a prepositional phrase with his wife, and then an adverb of place, near a forest. So he lived in a cottage. Instead of writing this, you can write, he lived in a small cottage with his wife near a forest. So this is how you can write the sentences while writing your stories, essays, letters, and other pieces of text. I hope, students, that today's lecture would be very beneficial for you. So keep working on the steps that I have told you. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.